Hello dear children, this is class 9th maths class. In the previous class, we have done chapter number 9 triangles. Now we are going to start new chapter number 18 statistics. So dear students, let us see what is statistics. The word statistics have been derived from the Latin word status, meaning a state. In its origin, statistics was simply the collection of data on different aspects of life of people useful to the state. Over the period of time, however, its scope broadened and statistics began to concern itself not only with the collection and presentation of data but also with the interpretation and drawing of inferences from the data. So statistics deals with the collection, organization, analysis and interpretation of data. Dear students, let us see variable. A quantity which can vary from an individual to another is called a variable. In this we will see there are two types of variable, continuous variable and discrete or discontinuous variable. Here we will see first continuous variable, a variable which can take any numerical value within a certain range is called a continuous variable. For example, wages of person, heights of children, etc. Now discrete or a discontinuous variable, a variable which is incapable of taking all possible numerical value is called a discrete variable. For example, number of children in a family. The number cannot take any value between 1 and 2. Similarly, the number cannot take any value between 2 and 3. It means the number cannot be taken in a decimal form, so it is known as discrete or discontinuous variable. Next we will see raw data. Raw data, the data obtained in original form are called raw data or ungrouped data. For example, when we are going to make a survey and we are collecting data from that side, it is known as raw data because that data was not organized. Next, arrayed data. An arrangement of raw data in ascending or descending order is called arrayed data. For example, if the numbers are arranged either in ascending or descending order, for example 1, 2, 3, 4 or 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like this is called arrayed data. Now we will see, dear students, frequency. What is frequency? It is a number which tells how many times does a particular data appear in a given set of data. For example, consider the following set of data: 1, 2, 0, 3, 2, 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2. In the given set of data, 1 appears 3 times. So the frequency of 1 is 3. Similarly, 2 appears 4 times, therefore frequency of 2 is 4, and so on. Now we will see frequency distribution. What is frequency distribution? A tabular arrangement of data showing their corresponding frequency is called a frequency distribution. The table showing data with their corresponding frequency is called a frequency distribution table. Now we will see ungrouped frequency distribution and grouped frequency distribution. See here, consider the following data which gives shoe size of 19 pupils: 4, 3, 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6, 3, 6, 3, 3, 6, 4, 6, 6, 6, 4, 5. In order to construct a frequency table, make a table as shown below. We have to make 3 columns. In first column we will write down items or observations. In second column we have to mention the tally marks, write down the tally marks. In third column we have to write down the frequency. Frequency means number of times that items or observations occur in that data. So here 3, how many times 3 is written in this data? 4 times. So this is 4. There is one pattern to write down tally marks. Here for tally marks there is a fixed pattern. We will write down tally marks like this. For 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, fifth line will come slanting line. So this is for 5. And 4 simply we 1, 2, 3, 4 will write down. And 6 how will you write down? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. This is a tally marks. This is a pattern of a tally marks. So here you will see 4. How many times it occurs in this data? It is 3 times. 5 it is 4 times. 6 it is 8 times. So see 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8. This is called frequency distribution table. Now we'll see, and it is ungrouped data because this data are ungrouped. Here we will make it a group. Suppose, how will you make a group? 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30. 0 to 10 will be one group, 10 to 20 will be another group, 20 to 30 will be third group. In this way we will divide all the data in different groups. That is called grouped frequency grouped data. Now let us see. Following are the examples. Suppose these examples are given. Now we will make a grouped frequency data distribution table. So we will see the lowest, smallest number is what is given 7. 1 is the smallest number and highest number is 40. Yes, 40 is the highest number. So here we will write down 1 to 10, 11 to 20, 21 to 30, 31 to 40. The frequency distribution table for the given distribution, it is already given that taking class interval, we have to make it a group of 1 to 10, 11 to 20, 21 to 30, 31 to 40. Like this we have to make it a class interval. This is called class interval. 1 to 20 is the first class interval, this is second class interval and so on. So here we have made 4 groups, 1 to 10, 11 to 20, 21 to 30, 31 to 40. Now how many numbers will come in this group? In 1 to 10, see here this is called lower limit, this is called upper limit. Here we will consider both the numbers. We will take both the, here 1 will also include in this group and 10 will also include in this group. So there are 6 numbers are there between 1 to 10, including 1 and 10 also. In next group 11 to 20 there are 8 numbers. So we will represent them like this. 21 to 30 there are 11 numbers. So we will represent them in tally marks in this way. 31 to 40 there are 7 and total 32 numbers are given. This is called grouped frequency distribution table. See, given below are the marks obtained by 24 students in an examination. These are the marks. Taking class interval 10 to 20, 20 to 30, this is continuous series. Here 10 to 20 we have to make it a group like this, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50. Now again we will, in this type of class interval, remember one thing, that the lower limit should be included in this group but upper limit will not included in this group. Upper limit will included in the second group. See, 20 will not come in the first group, 20 will be considered in the second group. Similarly 30 will not come in the second group, it will come in the third group. Similarly the upper limit is here 40, it will included in the fourth group. So let us see, between 10 to 20, excluding this 20, how many numbers are there? 4. 20 to 30 excluding 30, there are 9 numbers. 30 to 40, how many numbers? 5 numbers. And 40 to 50 there are 6 numbers. So total 24 numbers are there. In this frequency distribution, the marks 40 are included in the class interval 40 to 50 and not in 30 to 40 because the upper limit will not included in that group. It will included in the next group. So children, today this much only. We will see in the next class. Next topic we'll see in the next class. Thank you and take care.